Hi there, this is my Alt2 project video. Our brief was to generate a hypothesis about something that we are interested in. My first step was to find my hypothesis. Here I investigated 9 ideas with one coming out on top. As you can see, this table charts the data accession, originality, feasibility, content, appeal, and score. Of the 4 ideas I believe came out on top, I decided with the ninth idea, which is the discrete frequency of game updates/patches is linked to the growth of the player base. The main data sources were from Fandom and Tracker.gg. These websites were all used by many of the game player base and is among the top trusted sites to get video game data from. Plan included using the waterfall approach. I've already gone through the hypothesis and plan and the data and the data gathering. We'll now go through my beautiful heavenly code. The first step was to clean the CSV file containing the Valorant patch notes. Some initial problems I encountered included pandas being unable to read the CSV file. In the code you can also see that I use df drop, df head, which drops the first 3 rows, and the df index, which drops the final few rows. In the code below, I created a loop which iterates through each year, from 2020 to 2024. It uses the regex module to compile a function to search for the specific month index for that year, and append the frequency of patches in that month to a list. However, this formatted the list like this. The next piece of code fixed that issue, as it sorts all of those items into one chronological list. It uses a loop and index to go through every item for every month and takes that to append to list_timeline. Here I use the matplotlib module to graph. Now that the patches data has been cleaned, next up is the Valorant player race data. I use pandas for the majority of the code, as the RAD data did not have as much inconsistencies. This is where I discovered the use of subplots to plot both data onto the same axis but different y-axes. Finally, after visualizing the data, I analyzed the code to mathematically see if there's any correlation using the Pearson correlation coefficient, with the help from the SciPy module. I decided to use 3 different methods to get an average to be more accurate. I wanted to compare this data to League of Legends, which is the other game Riot Games produced. I cleaned the graph and analyzed the data using the previous code. However, a few changes had to be made. After merging the patches graphs together with the average monthly players, I could see little to no correlation. When comparing League of Legends' average correlation coefficient to Valorant's average correlation coefficient, both giving an overall average of -0.566, I can conclude that there is no correlation between the number of patches and the growth of the player base. However, there are factors that could affect this result, such as the quality content of the update or the limited range of patch frequencies. That is all for my Alt2 project video, and I hope you enjoyed watching.